Lottie Dottie, we like to party. Lottie Dottie, we like to party. Lottie Dottie, we like to party. Hello everyone, how are you doing? Nostradamus here. Tom, aka Nostradamus. Good afternoon. Apparently I was testing Luke, I am your father. I'm a little chilly, so I got the hood up. I guess we could take that down. Apparently, I was earlier this week. I was testing out some restream. I was trying to restream, multi-stream to YouTube and Theta at the same time. That didn't quite work out. I did not realize that I had left that video public. Say gang in the house. How you doing, brother? Lottie Toddy, hell yeah. So my homeboy Point Relative commented, and I'm like, what's going on here? Apparently he downloaded that as a ringtone, so I have arrived. That's the greatest thing I've ever heard of in my life, if that is true. If I'm walking around and Lottie Dottie, we like to party, goes off on Point Relative's phone, that is freaking amazing. How you doing, Saint Gang? Yeah, so I didn't stream this morning. I had to do some blood labs, and I had to fast for that. And let me tell you, boys and girls, I have a hard time getting out of bed unless I have an energy drink, a caffeine pill, and a bunch of ibuprofen, and I couldn't do any of that this morning. So I got up, laid around, felt like crap. I'm like, man, I'm not even gonna try, right? Went and got my blood work done, and then came back home, drank a little bit of caffeine, so I'm feeling better. Now I'm kind of at a crossroads. I don't know what decision I'm gonna make. Do I eat half a gummy and go take a nap, or do I go pump myself full of caffeine and do something productive? Let me tell you, the gummy nap route sounds amazing, but I know it's not going to end well because I'm going to wake up later feeling like crap again. Anyway, let's talk about some market crashes and some Bitcoin crashes. Anyway, that's what oh man, I'm a little disgusted with myself. I did it again. I made a clickbaity title, urgent, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna go have to shower after this video. I apologize, but that's, you know, YouTube, it's annoying, right? Celsius. It's a drink too. It's not just a place where you can go buy crypto and earn. Healthy energy accelerates metabolism, burns body fat. Let me tell you, boys and girls, this is not sponsored by Celsius. And if any time in the near future you see me sponsoring Celsius, you know I'm a sellout because this tastes like rotted tree bark, you know, water. Throw some rotted tree bark in water and then pour it into a can. But excuse me, no soldiers left behind, right? I am like a margin. Yeah, dude. I keep thinking about you ever since you said that margin thing, because I know how it is, dude. I've been there. Live and learn, brother. This is let's pull up Tastyworks. It's quite a ride today, both in the stock market. Crypto's effing right now. Cryptos are rocking. I don't know if it's going to hold, but I'm excited there. But I mean, that margin, man, I know what it's like. You get greedy, the euphoria kicks in, you're making money, and it'll smack. Like these market moves happen, and that's when margin crushes you, dude. Just live from it, learn from it, and try not let it happen again. I'm actually very, very proud of myself for the last year, not even considering it. Well, every now and then I consider getting a loan on like BlockFi. Like if a big bill were to come up and I didn't really want to, you know, then, you know, just a little bit, like maybe 5 or 10%, you know, so it's not any real risk of liquidation. But the higher you go in with margin, or the higher you go in with loan, or the higher you go in with leverage. Say, for example, very, very simple example. I have 100K in Tesla. I think typically most exchanges will give you, and it depends on how much the stock is. So anything over, I think, $10, you can get 50% margin. It may be a little bit different. Tesla, you can definitely get 50% margin on your stocks. Say you get 100 grand in Tesla. He'll give you 50,000 margin, right? And it's real easy to just, so you go out there and like, okay, I'm going to buy another. And I've seen a couple YouTubers do it. And like one of them, he's a huge Tesla bull. I forget, Andrew Warren, right? I watch his videos every now and then. And he was heavy in the margin on Tesla. And he's lucky he didn't get caught in this down move. And I think he moved a lot of it into Bitcoin and paid a lot of that off. But if you have 100 grand in Tesla and then you fully margin that and buy more Tesla or whatever, it doesn't take much of it. Like even a 5% down move, you're already going to have a margin call because you're fully leveraged, right? If you get a big move, man, they'll liquidate you. It's very, very painful. I was in I don't know. It was probably around 2008, 2009. I made the same huge mistake. I was heavy into some penny biotech stocks. I was crushing it. I was running around the room singing, yelling "King of the World," right? I'm like, yeah, man, let's YOLO some margin too. Yeah, well, that didn't end pretty. Shamat dumped his space at 34. That is interesting. I didn't know that. He said he never sold any shares from his SPACs. Is that a SPAC that he did? I didn't realize he's the one that spearheaded that, honestly. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on in the stock market. A crazy day, man. I think the NASDAQ was down pretty hefty at the beginning of the day. I kind of don't remember. I was off, I was hallucinating. Didn't have the caffeine in my blood. Didn't have the ibuprofen, limping around like a 90-year-old. I'm pretty sure it was down pretty heavy at one point today. And then we had a rip your face off rally. Now, is this a dead cat bounce? Maybe. Is this a bull trap? Maybe. Tell you what, I'm not looking to buy though. Tesla, man. I think Tesla hit a low today of like almost down under 500. Like, what was the low in Tesla? It'll be easier to look at this on the old trading view. So yeah, look at that wick. So we do see a good bit of support. And you look at that and you think, man, that's kind of ugly, right? That's a pretty ugly down move. And it is when you think about it. And we can do this with a lot of charts. I'm not really looking to buy. Like I look like a genius because I called this correction like the day up or the morning up. Just luck, right? I mean, and I'm still very, very, I'm not a bear. Like I'm a very bullish person in general, but I'm right now, what's the term? I can't think of it right now. Contrarian. I'm very contrarian right now. I think there's a lot of pain left in this market. I think it could definitely dip down a lot more. I want to try, we'll try and find it. What is it, the chart? Oh hell, I can't remember it. A dude posted it on Twitter. I can probably find it from his. This is a pretty heavy down move. Tesla, you know, this is my favorite stock. It got all the way down to low of 539, which is insane. And I was even considering, because I could come over here, and I'm still kind of considering it. Like it almost feels like free money. I could sell a 250 Tesla call and get like $225, $230 probably for it. And I would be okay with buying Tesla, 100 shares of Tesla at $250. That sounds amazing, right? Unless Tesla goes to $100, right? You got to think Tesla at $100 is the same as $500 pre-split, and it was well below that last year. And if we go back to this chart and you look at it, and that doesn't look so ugly when you go like this, right? Not at all. I mean, there's a lot of down room left. I mean, you can can we even tell? Like this is even the March lows. Like even at the worst of the March lows, that's still bullish overall, long term. I mean, that's still a nice up move. What is going on right now in the market? Like how long? How are we, like, is there a new poll for the stock market euphoria stages? Like, how long do people expect this just to continue to go like this? And it's not just Tesla, right? Let's just go to the NASDAQ. in general, the cubes, QQQ, same effing thing, man. Like, at what point does this stop making sense? Right? It's crazy. So, I mean, I think realistically, we could come all the way, like, we're trying to avoid an eviction foreclosure crisis. I mean, eventually the Fed's gonna step in and do something, but eventually we're gonna have to pay the piper on that too, right? So a lot of people are saying it's because of bonds, you know, the bond interest rate. And I'm not an expert when it comes to the treasury bonds and notes. I've always kinda, because the knob spread, right? The notes over bonds, just the way they do it, the way they do it, it's in like these little degrees or whatever the hell it's called. And I've always kind of wanted to learn it and get better at it, because understanding bonds and notes makes you it's just another very, very big tool in your tool belt to make you a better trader. And I'll tell you right now, it's just crypto came up and I'm like, yeah, we'll worry about bonds and notes later. But like, for example, what's the TLT at? TLT is the ETF for bonds. The chart on that, yeah, it doesn't really seem too crazy to me. The volatility, what's the volatility? Volatility is down 2 points, back to 25, kind of getting to normal. So is this a bear trap? I'm not a bear trap, a bull trap, maybe. I do think the potential is there for a much, you know, a bigger correction, right? We're only at like 10 or 15%. I could see us coming down to here, possibly even more. And then a lot, or just kind of bleed out. To me, I just don't know how much longer we can continue to just take this crazy ride up like this. I think at minimum accumulation. And so is it bonds, you know, what the Fed's doing and all this, and then Powell talking about interest rates, people are freaking out about that, and they don't really clearly get the message that interest rates have been like negative for such a long time, and you need inflation, and you need inflation to a degree, right? Again, I'm no Ralph Nader here, right? So, but I kind of get it. I think you had Powell and you had this bond stuff, and it's just the straw that broke the camel back. But if you think about it, if I was a hedge fund manager, I don't know, do these hedge fund managers, I mean, they probably all pretty much have the same playbook. So do they get on Zoom calls and say, hey man, let's short the market. Everyone's margin to the hilt. We got all these young kids on Robinhood, fully margin. Let's just wipe them out. Let's, you know, short the market. I don't even know if they need to get on a Zoom call. It's just kind of common sense. So you had this inflation stuff. You had this stuff, what's going on with the bonds. To me, I mean, the smart money is short the market, right? In my opinion. And that's what I would probably... I'm not much into shorting, and it's really hard to do because it's really, it happens, the velocity, the downside is fast and it's hard. And then you'll have violent rip your face off rallies, and then they, you know, it could be back up and back down. It's kind of like trading Bitcoin, right? Speaking of Bitcoin, I did buy, so let's move over to cryptocurrency. So yeah, I'm not sure on the stock market. I'm not really interested in doing a whole lot in there right now. You know, I got my IRA. Tesla's getting hammered. I mean, this IRA was up $30,000 at one point this year, and it's for the year. For the year. What are we in? March? 8 weeks in. At one point, this account was up, maybe not that much. I'd have to go back and look at the video, but it was up a lot, like 10, 20,000. I think 30,000 was possibly it. If you think about it, Tesla was pushing on 900, so that's 850. So that's another 25,000, right? So I think at least 20,000 this was up. Now it's down 6,600 for the year. That's going to happen when, you know, the majority of it's Tesla, and Tesla's getting its face ripped off. So I'm not worried about it. I can't spend this money at least for another 10 years. Tesla's going to be a multi-trillion-dollar company most likely, unless this really is like the dot-com bubble. That dot-com bubble, if we go back and look at the chart, was ugly. It was freaking ugly, and it looks exactly like what we're looking at now. I mean, look at that. Is this a blow off top? I think it's very, very likely. I don't know that we're going to recover, to be honest, for a while. And the .com, very similar chart. So that's it right here. And this took a very, very long time to go down. So 2000 to 2003 was the bottom. And then it took a very, very long time to really, really recover. I mean, even to get back up to here where we were well before this, we're looking at 2007 just to get back to where we were. And then it still kind of faded and then back up, and then the 2008 crash. So 2000 to 2008 were not great times in the stock market. They definitely weren't. You know, there weren't a lot of Forbes interviews. So data, man. So I took your, I'll catch up to chat in a sec. Yeah, Andrew Moore. Yeah, no, I mean, he's just kind of like one of those chill dudes I like watching every now and then. Data. So I took your advice yesterday and I figured out how to pay for more gas, and the transaction didn't go through again. So I emailed their support. I'm kind of bummed about that. It is what it is. Bitcoin, man, Bitcoin. So I did buy 5,000 more dollars of Bitcoin this morning at, I don't know, what was it, like 47,000? Because there was some bond analysis shows that there's very, very good support at 47,000. A lot of buying comes in at 47,000. It doesn't mean it still can't get shaken out and down below, because there is still, you know, the pattern happened last time and we're still kind of in that. So this still could, so we had a relief rally and then we really dumped down, and then it took a while for this to happen, and it took the Elon pump to even really get where we are. We did have Michael Saylor. I think he just spent another 10 million and he paid around 47,000, I believe. So that's maybe why that analysis is there, that there's a lot of support. So I'm like, screw it. I bought some more Bitcoin. I told you I had an addiction. So I'm still putting a lot of money into the GUSD, the Gemini dollar, and putting that over in BlockFi so I can earn 8.6% interest and add it to my passive income. But I did decide, and I was thinking about buying, I kind of was wanting to buy some more Engine, but Engine's had too much of a pump right now. And I like Engine a lot. Well, I was going to do NFTs today, but I'll probably save that for, maybe I'll do a special video tomorrow or talk about it on Monday. Engine's got some really positive news coming out. They got a game coming out, forget the name of it, in a few weeks, and some really cool NFT and puzzle type stuff in there that could end up being really positive for them unless the game flops. And then, you know, so there is a big gamble there. And I'm just trying to be a little bit more smart. Like at the end of the day, I mean, you guys have seen my allocations. I'm already crazy out of control, right? I'm even seriously considering taking, like I could take all my profits off the board and almost be at house money the rest of the way, but I'm being greedy right now, right? And I think there's, personally, I think the what is it? The vig is worth the squeeze, or what? How does that go? I think no, that ain't right. I don't know. Anyway, I think there's so much more, and I'm getting pretty good at handling this. Although it was getting rough again, man. Having the stock market tank and having the crypto markets look like they could tank. And luckily, I got out of my Tesla position in the big account at a decent price. So the down move was a lot less painful. But, you know, I'm still considering, like, man, Tom, if you just take your profits off the table and let the rest ride, I mean, you're in an almost can't lose situation at that point. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I kind of want to see how this weekend goes. But I did buy $5,000 in Bitcoin, and I'm actually serious. I think the best play, one of the best plays on the board, is Polkadot. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to transfer that over to Kraken and buy some Polkadot. You know, so I'm already up decent on the Bitcoin buy. You know, a few $100s, whatever, $5,000 worth, and Polkadot. So I think oh man, no, I'm good. That's 88. Why is 88 pumping, man? That thing is moving again. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's my biggest bag, but Yeah, Polkadot still, it's down 4% on the day, and the rest of the market is pumping. There's some big news out on, so I think Ethereum and Polkadot are the two best plays on the board. Ethereum's going to be up some just because of Bitcoin. It's basically flat right now. But Polkadot, I'm sorry, so Ethereum has a lot of negative news right now because of fees. But this stuff goes in cycles, and I promise you, Ethereum will have a day in the sun coming up soon. And I think that news is already starting to trickle in. They approved the EIP 1559, which, correct me if I'm wrong, that means they're going to move to proof of stake in July, is kind of what I read. I didn't go in depth on the article because I'm lazy. But I think it's going to go in cycles, and there will be some news. And again, you bet on the people, right? Vitalik is a very passionate person. He's going to make this work. It's definitely one of the biggest blue chip projects there are. And all the big names are going to have big explosive moves. And because Ethereum's kind of lagging behind, there will be an explosive move in Ethereum. I'm sure of it. Wow, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion, and this is what I think is going to happen. So I already have a pretty big bag in Ethereum. I think it's my second biggest position if I'm being, so let's check that. I'm pretty sure, so Cardano is sitting at 38% of my portfolio right now, and the fact that it keeps going up in price is part of that. And then second place would be Ethereum, and then right behind it is Bitcoin. So they're pretty much neck and neck there. But Polkadot's the same thing. Polkadot, I mean, it just hasn't really been in the news much lately, and that's probably a big reason why. But there will be, and a lot of these cryptos move with news cycles and what's trending on Twitter and etc. There's going to be a day in the sun coming up very soon for Polkadot, right? And I mean, to be honest, Polkadot already kind of had a really nice up move there. I mean, you could see it really had a nice bump, nice little parabolic move, a little mini parabolic move. And then it's had a nice little pullback, and I think it's in a nice little good consolidation phase. And, you know, with recent highs of $43, I want to say, it's down about 20%. I think this is one of the best plays on the board right now. I'm currently earning about a little over 2 free Polkadot a week, which is crazy over on Kraken. So I think I'm likely, it's not 100%, I'm not 100% on this yet. I'm probably going to move the Bitcoin that I bought over to Kraken and buy some more Polkadot and stake it. All right, let me catch up with you, SGG. How far out is that for? All right, so no stimulus. Andrew Warren is okay, but his math... it says, what? He really said Tesla's going to 30. He's watching. Do you ever watch, what's his name? Warren Reddick or whatever? I like that dude a lot. He really does good analysis on like the batteries, and he does a lot of good analysis on Tesla, but he thinks Tesla's going to 100,000. I mean, maybe in 50 years, but no stimulus, and in 6 months, another 2. Yeah, there's going to be more. There's going to be more checks. There's going to be more propping up. There's going to be more stimulus. The market keeps reaching out. So I don't know, man. Like, I don't think the best plays on the board right now are in the stock market. I could be wrong, though. I do think, I mean, eventually, you know, the buying is going to come again. I just don't know when that is. Me, I'm more focused on crypto because I think that's the best play on the board. So that sounds like a great deal. How far out is that for Tesla? I'm not sure. What did I say? How far out is what for Tesla? If the 10-year goes over 3%, then I would probably liquidate every stock. Well, it sounds like you know bonds a little bit better than me. What are they at right now? Inflation is not negative. Do not believe the lies. They literally... yeah, for your 90s we're at 6%. Yeah. So if the same bullish news about came out, Bitcoin would have went to 100K. Really? So, oh, maybe I got the Warrens wrong. Probably. So Andrew Warren, he basically, I haven't watched his videos in a while, but he He was all in Tesla, margin Tesla. It's all Robinhood stuff. Oh, so I think the Warren Redlick guy, the older gentleman, I think he's a lawyer, is who you're talking about. And he's the one that says Tesla's going to like 100K. So yeah, two different dudes. I like I don't watch all his videos, but I watch him from time to time and he's enjoyable. The Andrew Warren guy is just, he's one of those guys I'll watch every now and then to pass the time, right? Like, just like BitBoy. Sometimes I just watch him. I watch a BitBoy video. They'll be an hour and a half long, and I don't even know what I just watched because it's just kind of on in the background. And they know. So I'm kind of. I even saw an article like if you Google, why is Cardano pumping, right? And this was even before Bitcoin and everything else started rallying. I mean, Bitcoin was down under 47,000. And Cardano was still kind of pumping, and it still kind of is. I mean, I'm somewhat. The smart move would be take like the real smart move that I'm not going to do because I'm an idiot would be to take like 30 or 40,000 Cardano off the table. I'd still have like 50, 60,000 Cardano, and my Cardano would be house money. But I'm being greedy, folks. I think there's a lot more upside. And the thing, Cardano could realistically, so I'm just setting myself up for pain because Cardano could realistically pull back to like 70 cents. 50% retracements in something like Cardano is pretty commonplace, right? So the fact that it got to $1.50, don't think it can't dip below $1, right? Even still, even after this pump, if there's a big flush this weekend in crypto, which is still on the table, Cardano could see some pain. And I'm not really in the mood for that right now. I'm tired of this. We've just had a recent round of pain, a nice little pump, and I'm not really in the mood right now for some more pain, to be honest. But that's what you did. That's what you signed up for with crypto. There is no doubt in my mind Cardano will see $2 plus soon, very soon, right? It won't take much good news to cause Cardano to go to like $2. $2, maybe I start considering, booking some profits and trying to get into the house money. But that's kind of where we are with that. So yeah, the news. So BitBoy said, Cardano could potentially go to like $56. I'm like, dude, have you completely lost your mind? You know what it would take for Cardano to go over $50? So I Google Cardano news just to see, like, why is it pumping right now? Oh, so this helps. So FD7, that place, so they must have bought roughly 370 million in Polkadot too, because remember they said they were going to buy 750 million. And so this must be why Cardano's pumping. So they said they were going to buy 750 million in Polkadot. So I'm surprised Polkadot's not pumping too. Probably because the headline doesn't effing say that, right? And so they bought 370 million. 370 million of Cardano. Prediction. They don't really say. I don't really see anything about buying Polkadot today, I guess. I could look at that closer. But this comes up. $50 moonshot, right? Like, it's even newsworthy now. And all this really is, though, is some crap journalist talking about BitBoy, Crypto Ben, whoever the hell that is. YouTuber MM Crypto. Oh, MM Crypto is that European that always has all the crazy freaking titles. Hit like now on YouTube if you need a imminent video or whatever, right? And then Big Boy Crypto Ben discussing the possibility ADA can hit $50. All right, if you're one of those people that think ADA has a chance of hitting $50 this year, you need to get the hell out of the markets, because there is no chance. Zero. I'm telling you, there's almost a zero chance Cardano goes over $20 this bull cycle, let alone 50. I want to say $25 Cardano would put it at a $1 trillion market cap. It's far too easy for people to think that, oh, Cardano's only $1. That could eat. I mean, Cardano's $1 and Ethereum's 1,500? Oh, yeah. Cardano could easily be 10, 20, 30, 40. No, dude. Cardano, it's market cap, bros. Cardano has 32 billion tokens. That means to move Cardano $1 requires $32 billion of liquidity. Bill Tucker is in the house. How you doing, brother? BitBoy, point relative is that. Lottie-dottie, brother. How you doing? That made my day when I saw that. I'm feeling good about Cardano. I'll stick with you as you move to... Yeah, you know what? All right, so BitBoy says one of the videos that he thinks F2 Poll watch. Yeah. You know, honestly, I don't find it hard to believe. Those, if I was F2 Poll, every time I saw BitBoy going long Bitcoin, I'd try and take his ass out, to be honest. You know, I sit here and I think, because as I start fixing this house up, I don't hate it as much. And I'm like, man, do I really want to move? I mean, my mortgage, I'm in California and my mortgage on a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, because I bought this house in 2009, you know, when real estate was at all-time lows. And my mortgage is under $1,000. Are you kidding me? Do I want to go get a new house with a mortgage of $2,000? That's a month. I mean, that's $1,000 less to buy Bitcoin with, you know? And then I remember why I want to move so bad, because I'm near a train tracks. Those assholes, they fly through the middle of the night, honking their damn horns way too much. I got neighbors noisy as hell, dogs. I mean, I can control my new house not having a railroad next to it, but I can't control, like, I swear I got a neighbor back here, they have a trampoline, and the kids, I don't mind the kids playing, but they scream like they're getting murdered. Like, not, it's crazy, right? So, I don't know. I guess whatever house I want to buy, I got to go do stealth camping in a U-Haul van for a week, determine if the noise levels. All right, go get a spot out in the country. But then, you know, there's pros and cons to that. You got to deal with a lot more pests. You got longer drive times just to go buy groceries or what have you. All right, nice to see you too, Bill. All right, Texas, get out before they get you. What is going on in Texas that they're going to get you for 55%? Not everyone was moving. Oh, taxes. Oh, not Texas, taxes. I don't think I'm in any danger of getting got for 55% yet. And I welcome that problem. Let me tell you, I honestly welcome the problem of having to pay 55% taxes, because you got a much bigger problems on your hand in your life that you can deal with, right? I mean, 55% sucks, but just think, if you're paying 55% taxes, you got millions in the bank. And I don't need to be a billionaire, right? I'm a pretty simple person. I just, you know, I wouldn't mind having one of every Tesla, a nice house paid off with Tesla solar, and just freaking chill, man. Just like, I don't need a lot after that. A couple big screen TVs, some nice furniture, a personal chef. All right, that's where the bills start coming. I don't want to cook, but I figure how much do you think a good personal chef costs on a yearly basis? One that also, anyway, I'm being stupid now. All right, so yeah, that was the Cardano news. It looks like that purchase went through. I don't know, anything you guys want to talk about, or are we going to wrap this up? 55% or zero. Get a free condo on the beach somewhere. Yeah, so are you talking the Caymans or are you talking Puerto Rico? I've seriously considered Puerto Rico, but you gotta, I mean, there's a huge trade-offs for that. First of all, my health ain't that great. I don't know if I'm dying or, you know, I don't want to get too personal, but my lymph nodes are swollen. I don't know if I got jaw cancer, got type 2 not type 2. Yeah, I don't know. Type 2 diabetes, the one where you don't have to have insulin. But so do I really want to go to a place like So I try and eat healthy, and I'm already lazy, right? So Puerto Rico, how easy is it going to be for me to find? I guess if I can afford, and I'm that rich, I guess I can afford a couple locals just to be my personal chef in Puerto Rico, do my shop. I guess, I don't know. But I don't know. Anyway, all right. Market is closed. Let's see where we wrapped up. Let's see where we finish off. My account was down pretty big today. Actually, the IRA still ended up pretty bad. Thank you, Tesla. The small account doing okay, but the small account is all Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Litecoin. I'm starting to become very bullish on Litecoin. The more I look into it, the more I read about it. I think it's going to be a pretty big play with merchants. It's got a price point that's going to be attractive to a lot of young people. It's just the mindset. It's like Bitcoin's already too expensive. I'm going to buy me some Litecoin. They'll see it in their mind that there's a lot more huge upside potential in it. They're not necessarily wrong, especially if there's a utility there. I think PayPal is adding that as like merchant, as being able to use it as your merchant. So, you know me, I'm not a very big fan of using crypto to buy your goods with. To me, it just doesn't make a lot of sense right now, but that seems to be a big thing. It's going to move with Bitcoin too. Bitcoin rocking 49.4, doing really good. Ethereum starting to pump now. I think we could get over 1,600. What say you guys? Are we gonna crash this week? Are we gonna crash this weekend, or is Bitcoin gonna go to new all-time highs? What are your predictions? Put them out there. That 52,000 level is going to be a big one again. I think we could. Where did we top off? 53,000. Little resistance right here around. Looks like the 50,005 is where the resistance really kind of is in the short term. Yeah, right around 50,000, I guess. So we can get above 50,000, we might get a sustained push. All it takes is a little bit of good news, and I think we could start seeing all-time highs again. Me personally, once we break past the all-time highs at 58,000, I think depending on the news, there's a really good chance we could start pushing for 80,000 before we see another big retracement. Go green smoothies, detox. Yeah, my friend sending me over this green drink I'm going to try. Miracles from the Vault. I'll have to check that out. I've watched Forks Over Knives. If you've never seen that on Netflix, that's really good. I've tried to go all vegetable healthy like that. It's freaking hard, man. So yeah, I'm getting way too personal, but I don't sleep very well, right? I even have to use CPAP, and I can't get through it. So I just wake up and I'm so tired and I'm so exhausted, and it's just constantly fighting a bunch of different things. So having the energy I know these are all poor excuses, and I'm trying to turn it around, but this freaking pandemic didn't help, man. I was doing pretty good. It didn't bother me to go shopping and buy a bunch of nice, good, vegetables and things like that. Now I just don't want to go out as much because I'm getting agoraphobia, man. I don't want to go out there and get that. Hopefully I can get the vaccine soon, but that'll help a lot. But I believe in a lot of that stuff. Hopefully we can get these moonshots and I'll get rich this year, and then maybe I can afford a personal chef. All right, so Bitcoin 49.2 doing pretty good. I'm actually really happy with that. Hopefully it holds. I was really kind of nervous, and it's still not out of the question that this still could dump. This could just be a relief rally, and then we could dump further than what we were before. A lot of people are saying that. It's because it's possible. You can't really make the claim that that's going to happen because we just don't know, right? We don't know. If it's announced that Apple bought 4 billion or 10 billion in Bitcoin, we're going to like 90,000 quick. I mean, that might be an exaggeration, but that's the crux of the matter. Bitcoin, in my opinion, is very, very news driven. FUD drives it down, F2 pool or whoever drives it down, and then news rips your face off rally. That's just how it is. And just overall, since the Tesla pump, we could see since the Tesla pump, I mean, you can't complain. The Tesla pump took it to 49,000. 46,000, we're above that, right? And sometimes I look at my portfolio and I'm like, man, I was up 85% last week, and I think it hit a low of like 55% today, and that's depressing. But then, I mean, you just got to put it into perspective. You don't have to go back too far. And we were crying when Bitcoin was at 42,000, which was January, like the second week of January. And then by the third week of January, which is only 5-6 weeks ago, it dipped down to like $26,000, $27,000. So just keep it all in perspective. As I always say, watch your size. Don't go on margin, which, you know, in crypto world, that means don't go get crypto loans and buy more crypto, right? Just, I'm in an amount that I can afford to lose, and it sucks when it goes down. And if I were to lose it all, I would probably be pretty depressed. I mean, I know where I am, and I'll be able to continue to pay bills if it goes to zero. I don't think it's going to zero, but it's 10 times more painful when you got more in than you can afford to lose, right? Then you really, really, really start making bad decisions. So that's the best advice, and I'm not going to stop driving it home. Just watch your size. Watching your size is the biggest key ingredient there is to being successful in the market, because when your size is right, you won't make bad decisions. Many mixtures of herbs that help. Yeah, so I do. There's a few things I take, like turmeric to help with like inflammation and stuff. I was taking this stuff called On It daily packs that I really like a lot, but I think I'm going to start trying them again, because they have this mushroom herb in there that's supposed to be really good for your immune system, but I think something in there was causing me to like have rashes and break out. I might try that again today and see if that was something else. Yeah, so who said that? Netflix might be the next to buy Bitcoin. Someone big said that. I could see that happening. I mean, we're one news story like that away from another big pump, and I think it's imminent. As Carl the Moon or Crypto, it's imminent, right? I do think that's imminent. So yeah, we just gotta kind of ride it. If we do flush this weekend, don't worry about it. It sucks. Turn off your screens. Go do something productive. Go take a nap. I don't know. And then eventually the news will come out. There's no doubt in my mind we will see higher, much higher than 58,000 in Bitcoin. Same with Cardano. I mean, this is so many catalysts coming up this year. Cardano realistically could dump down to 65, 70 cents. If you're heavy into Cardano like me, I'm not going to be happy about it, but I'm not going to panic, right? I've gotten pretty good at not panicking. Even, I think, at one point last week, I was down over $100,000, which is insane. In like a 24 to 48 period, I was down over $100,000, right? And I think still, I'm probably down like 50, 60,000. And you might not know me and might think, oh, well, he must be some no, dude, like that. I'm down more in 2 days than one point last year, I only had $30,000 in the stock market, and that's it. I got lucky. Like I say, I'm on a heater. I'm trying to avoid going bust, right? I might not be doing a great job. Again, maybe I should be locking in some profits right now, but I'm going for it right now. I'm already got my 10 ordered, meaning if I go broke and I can't pay as long as I don't lose my job, right? I'm going to be able to pay my mortgage. So, I'm trying to get that retirement money right now. I'm an old man. I'm tired. I want to relax. And I'm not going to lie, it's nice right now. I'm at a nice, comfortable point. And that's one of the reasons I bought Bitcoin today. My expenses are under control. I don't have credit card debt. I cannot recommend doing that enough. I talk about it a few times. Use things like Truebill, personal capital, see where you're spending money where you shouldn't be, cut it back. You have credit card debt, that's got to be number one. I don't care if you have to go out and start mowing lawns, driving Uber Eats, just get that credit card paid off. That is a weight There's a massive weight. And I'm not giving you financial advice, but if your credit card debt or your debt's too high, go talk to a bankruptcy lawyer. I mean, it sucks, but you might be at a point where that's your best option. I'm not giving you financial advice, but that is a very viable option out there. Only sticks on your credit for 7 to 10 years. It'll kick you in the ass, right? I wouldn't even feel dirty about it. I do feel dirty about my title. Sorry, boys and girls. I'm going to go have to take a shame shower after this. But do what it takes. Get that credit card debt paid off. I'm at a point right now, and this could change overnight. This could change. Like, I got paid today. I don't even pay attention to why I get paid anymore, right? I got paid. I'm like, let's go buy some crypto. And that's what I did. Anyway, let's wrap this up. It has been a pleasure talking to you guys. I'm not even gonna, let's market rally this week. I may do a video tomorrow. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll do some NFTs. I'll definitely be back Sunday, 2:55. We'll see if this future rally holds up. I'm not sold on the fact that the market is not going to continue to go down or go sideways or bleed slowly. So I'll see you guys 2:55 PST. Be there, be square. Love you. Peace.